Jayo Vishnupatana Hamsa Parvijakacharya Ashto Shatra Shatra His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Anant Koti Vaishnav Vrind Ki Jai Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai प्रेम से कहो जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैता गदाधर शिवासादि श्री गौर भक्त वृंद की जय. Hare Krishna, everybody. We are going to read from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita today, from Adi Lila, chapter number 3, entitled as External Reasons for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's. Here it says the cause for the descent of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay. So today we're going to read from 82 till 87. So 82 we will read together, and 87 until onwards I will read by myself. Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jai Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jai Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jai Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Upa Puraneha Suni Shri Krishna Vachana Kirpa Kari Vyasa Prati Kari Achena Kathana Upa Puraneha Suni Shri Krishna Vachana Kirpa Kari Vyasa Prati Kari Achena Kathana. Please. Upa Puraneha Suni Shri Krishna Vachana Kirpa Kari Vyasa Prati Kari Achena Kathana. Upa Puraneha Suni Shri Krishna Vachana Kirpa Kari Vyasa Prati Kari Achena Kathana. Upa Puraneha Suni Shri Krishna Vachana Kirpa Kari Vyasa Prati Kari Achena Kathana. Mataji's. Upa Puraneha Suni Shri Krishna Vachana Kirpa Kari Vyasa Prati Kari Achena Kathana. What meaning? Upa Puraneha. In the Upa Puranas, Suni, we hear. Okay. Why is not there? Prabhu, what happened? Did you zoom in? Just cut the words. Oh, the words are not there in Veda base. Okay. Suni, we hear. Shri Krishna Vachana, the words of Lord Krishna. Kripa Kari, having mercy. Vyasa Prati, toward Vyasdeva. Kari Achena, he did. Kathana, speaking. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Translation. In the Upa Puranas, so here Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, who is the author of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, he's further explaining. He says, in the Upa Puranas, we hear Sri Krishna showing his mercy to Vyasadeva by speaking to him as follows. Means the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is directly speaking to Vyasadeva about himself. Aham eva kavachit, text number 83. Aham eva kavachit brahman sanyashramam ashritaha hari bhaktim grahayami kalau papahatan naran. O learned Brahmana, sometimes I accept the renounced order of life to induce the fallen people of the age of Kali to accept devotional service to the Lord. Text number 84. Bhagavata Bharata Shastra Agama Purana Chaitanya Krishna Avatare Prakata Pramana. Srimad Bhagavatam, Mahabharat, the Puranas and other Vedic literatures all give evidence to prove that Lord Shri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the incarnation of Krishna. Text number 85. Prataksha dekha nana prakata prabhava alaukika karma alaukika anubhava. Translation. One can also directly see Lord Chaitanya's manifest influence in his uncommon deed and uncommon Krishna consciousness realization. Text number 86. Dekhiya na dekhayata abhaktera gana uloke na dekhayena suryera kirana. But faithless unbelievers do not see what is clearly evident, just as owls do not see the rays of the sun. Okay. So this verse is talking about the people who does not have faith on the words of scripture, and they are thinking Chaitanya Mahaprabhu just an ordinary person. So they are being compared as owl, because owl does not like to open the eyes during day. He just likes to be, he's a daytime worker. He does night shift. Hare Krishna. Text number 87. Tvam Shila Rupa Charitaha Parama Prakashitaha Satvena Satvikataya Prabhales Cha Shastreha Prakayata Deva Paramartha Vitamatischa Nevasura Prakatyaha Prabhavanti Bodhun. Translation. O my Lord, those influenced by demonic principles cannot realize you. Although you are clearly the supreme by dint of your exalted activities, forms, character, and uncommon power, which are confirmed by the revealed scripture in the quality of goodness and the celebrated transcendentalists in the divine nature. Purport. This is a verse from the Stotra Ratna 12 of Yamunacharya, the spiritual master of Ramanujacharya. The authentic scriptures describe that transcendental activity features forms and qualities of Krishna, and Krishna explains himself in Bhagavad Gita, the most authentic scripture in the world. He is further explained in Srimad Bhagavatam, which is considered the explanation of Vedanta Sutra. Lord Krishna is accepted as the Supreme Personality of Godhead by these authentic scriptures, not simply by vox populi. Wow. In the modern age, a certain class of fools think that they can vote anyone into the position of God, as they can vote a man into the position of a political executive head. But the transcendental Supreme Personality of Godhead is perfectly described in the authentic scripture. In Bhagavad Gita, the Lord says that only fools deride me, thinking that anyone can speak like Krishna. Even according to historical references, Krishna's activities are most uncommon. Krishna has affirmed, I am God, and he has acted accordingly. Mayavadi thinks that everyone can claim to be God, but that is their illusion, for no one else can perform such extraordinary activities as Krishna. When he was a child on the lap of his mother, he killed the demon Putana. Then he killed the demons Trinavrata, Vatsasura, and Baka. When he was a little more grown up, he killed the demons Aghasura and Rishabhasura. Therefore, God is God from the very beginning. The idea that someone can become God by meditation is ridiculous. By hard endeavor, one may realize his godly nature, but he will never become God. The asuras or demons who think that anyone can become God are condemned. The authentic scriptures are compiled by personalities like Vyasadeva, Narada, Asita, and Parashara, who are not ordinary men. All the followers of the Vedic way of life have accepted these famous personalities whose authentic scriptures conform to the Vedic literature. Nonetheless, The demonic do not believe their statement and they profusely oppose the Supreme Personality of Godhead and his devotees. Today, it is fashionable for common men to write whimsically word as so-called incarnation of God and be accepted as authentic by other common men. This demonic mentality is condemned in the 7th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, wherein it is said those who are miscreants and the lowest of mankind, who are fools and asses, cannot accept the Supreme Personality of Godhead because of their demonic nature. They are compared to ulukas, means or owls, who cannot open their eyes in the sunlight. Because they cannot bear sunlight, they hide themselves from it and never see it. They cannot believe that there is such illumination. Om Jnana-timirandasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahayam Dadati Swapadantikam He Krishna Karuna Sindho Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopisha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Shri Radhe Vindavaneshwari Vishwabhanu Sute Devi Pramamami Hari Priye Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pisthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nitinamini Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashati Deshatarani Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Shikor Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So here today's verse start from 82 till 87. Here we are saying, and Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is explaining that how Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself, is giving information to Vyasadeva that yes, of course, I am in my original form as Krishna, but I also have my original form as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as a sannyasi. And the way in Srimad Bhagavatam it has been considered that this particular or a very special avatar is hidden, means Channa. Channa means hidden. Okay, it will be hidden to everyone except his devotees or the person who wants to know. And the person who wants to know, it only will be revealed by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's devotee. Because the Kohinoor diamond, it's not shown to everyone. And the information is not shown to everyone. The person who has a little bit of faith, a little bit of information or inclination to know what the Kohinoor is, then the real jewelers or the people who are there to sell the Kohinoor, they glorify, they bring them inside the chamber, and there is another chamber and there is another chamber, because it's so costly it cannot be displayed on a window shopping screen, because not ordinary people can pay the price. Okay, we can see Lord Shri Krishna's standard is so high. He said, first you surrender, okay, then I'll take care of you. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is Krishna himself, even though if you don't surrender, still I will give you a Krishna prema. Namo Mahavadanyaya. The most magnanimous incarnation, even though Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has been considered in a two-way, avatar and avatari both. Okay? So when he said it's the most magnanimous incarnation to give Krishna prema to anyone, the person who doesn't want, still he gives to them. Because when he gave the instruction in the form of Bhagavad Gita, and there are further case studies in the form of Srimad Bhagavatam, many people, they still cannot perform the bhakti. They find problem, they find struggle, they don't know how to do it. Okay? Because we are in the 3rd chapter, and there are many reasons, for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance. The Lord says in Bhagavad Gita that Paritranaya sadhuna vinashaya cha dushkritam. which is no wonder कि when I appear for two main reasons: to protect my devotee and to annihilate the miscreants. Okay, but in this particular avatara, if we see of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, is he killing somebody? Like physically? One sense, no, but other sense, yes. He's killing the ignorance by the weapon of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Because the ignorance or the demon has come in the form of ignorance. It is so subtle in our intelligence, we are not able to see the reality. So for that reason, he has come up here. So they are external reasons, they are internal reasons, and they are the most confidential reasons. Why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Because whenever he comes, he doesn't come for 1-2 reasons. He has unlimited reasons. Like it said, the expert archer, with this one arrow, he doesn't shoot only one target. He shoots many targets. 10, 15, 20, 100 targets. That's how his expertise shows. And when Krishna appears, he doesn't have only one target or 2 targets. Okay, Paritranaya, Sadhunam, and then Vinashaya. It is there. But it's also here, he relishes the pastimes with his devotees also. Okay, he attracts not only his devotee, he attracts also non-devotees. The way he performs is unparalleled activities, not being done by any human form. So that's what it differentiates between a human and a god. He looks like normal as a human. Even himself says, Avajananti mama mudha manushyam tanum ashritam param bhavan abjananto mama bhuta maheshwaram. So whenever I come or I descend in the form of human, okay, fools deride me. They don't understand param bhavan abjananti. They don't understand my param bhava, my transcendental activities, my nature. They don't understand that I am the controller, Maheshwaram. I am controlling, I am doing everything. Because they think he's just like us. He's also have a wife. He also has parents. He also have cows, kingdoms, kids. He also cries for his mom and dad. He also cries when his wife left. Okay, so he's just like us. Only a few little things they see, but they forget the other activities. How he has raised with his little pinky on his left hand a whole Govardhan. They forgot just in a childhood, barely 3-4 years old, 3-4 days old, he killed Putana. Okay, merely 1-2 years old, he killed Turnavata, Adishtasur, and many other. They forget that one. They only take which they can digest it or they can relate to. But when they try to do what Krishna has done, they are failed to do so. So where is the question? So in a similar way, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has also come. Not many people know him. Okay? The whole proof has been given in a different, when I was doing the research of this particular thing, where are the evidences or Shastric evidences of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance, I found this particular website, it has got 44 different evidences. So I just picked only 7. But after writing that article, the writer says they are unlimited evidence. We cannot count of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He picked only 44 different, not only one. And I picked only 7 because I have to give a class. I can't just read 45. The most important evidence from Srimad Bhagavatam itself, the spotless Purana, the king of all the Puranas, the king of all the knowledge, which stands high number 1 rank. Krishna Varnam, Tusa Krishnam, Sango Pangastra Pashadam, Yajante Sankirtana Praye, Yajanti hi Sumideshaha. The Krishna Varnam, Mahaprabhu, Krishna will appear in Kali Yuga. Krishna Varnam, in the form of Krishna there, but in the mood of Srimati Radharani. With this Sango Pangastra, Upanga, Sanga and Upanga, He will come with astra. Astra will be his chanting the holy name, and his limbs, his associates will be there. Nityananda Prabhu, Gadadhar Prabhu, Advaita Prabhu, Narada Prabhu in the form of Srinivas Thakur, and many others will come. And that would be, and his his weapon will be the Harinam Sankirtan, congregational chanting. Because people are so dumbed in this age of Kali Yuga, they are not able to understand one simple instruction, which is the basic, the ABCD of the spiritual life. You are not this body, you are a spirit soul. To digest only one instruction, they are struggling so much. What to speak about when he gives much more? Okay, for them, you just start taking the medicine. Just start taking the medicine, because the medicine works in such a way whether the physician know how it will work or the patient doesn't know how it will work, but it will work. Okay, and second thing, the second was Prahlad Maharaj, when he was offering his prayer to Narsingha Dev. Okay, in that prayer, he mentions that. What he says, Idam nirtryaga rishi deva jahasvatare lokan vibhashyasi hamsi jagat pratipan dharman mahapurusha pashyase yuganu vritam channa kalau. Channa means hidden, kalau means in Kali Yuga. Channa kalau yad abhava tri yuga asthattvastvam. In this way, my dear Lord, you appear in various incarnations as a human being, an animal, a great saint, a demigod, a fish, a tortoise, thus maintaining the entire creation in different planetary system and killing the demonic principle according to the ages. Okay, you protect the principle of religion, but in the cage of Kali, however, you do not assert yourself as the supreme personality of Godhead. You are known as Tri Yuga, the Lord who appears in Tri Yuga, because he is appeared as a Channa. Okay, this is two. And in Adi Purana and Narada Purana, it says, Aham eva dvija shreshto nityam prachanna vigraha bhagavad katha rupena lokam rakshyami sarvada. My true identity always concealed, I will assume the form of a Brahmana devotee of the Lord. In this form, I will deliver the world. He took birth to whom? To Jagannath Mishra, who was one of the greatest Brahmana of his time. Of course, they are the eternal associates of Lord Krishna. They just come, they become the father, mother, brother, sisters, and many others. But he's saying, and that been done millions of yuga ago. He says, I will come in Kali Yuga. And in the Kurma Purana, it says, Kalina Dhyamanam Udharya Tanubhritam Janma Prathama Sandhyam Bhavishyati Dvijale, to deliver the conditioned soul burning in the troubles of Kali Yuga in the first Sandhya of the age of, means in the beginning of Kali, like 5,000 years been passed. Just Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came just 550 or 600 years back, not much. In the first Sandhya of that age, the Lord will take birth in a Brahmana's home. In Garud Purana, Kalina Dhyamananam Paritranaya Tanu Bhritam Janma Pratham Sandhyam Karishyami Dvi Jatishu, to deliver the conditioned soul burning in the troubles of Kali Yuga. In the first Sandhya of that age, I will take birth among the Brahmanas. Okay, now another one is Devi Purana, because a lot of people in India, they follow the Devi Purana worship of the goddess Durga. And the goddess Durga saying, what she says, Nama Siddhanta Sampatti Prakashana Parayanaha Kavachit Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nama Loke Bhavishyati. The Lord will again appear in this world. His name will be Shri Krishna Chaitanya, and he will spread the chanting of the holy name. And the last one, which is not the least, in a Padma Purana statement, Kalhe Prathama Sandhyam Goranga Aham Mahi Tale Bhagirathi Tale Rame Bhavishyami Sachisuta. In the first Sandhya of Kali Yuga, I will appear on the earth in a beautiful place by the Ganges shore, which is called Navadvipa. I will be the son of Sachi Devi, and my complexion will be golden. So it is just the 7 references I gave you from the 7 different Puranas. And all the Puranas, they do glorify. If people say, I've never heard about Gauranga Mahaprabhu, I never heard about Sachi Sutta, okay? Because no one has taught us. Really? Yes, no one has taught you in this material world. It can be only, teach you only by the devotees, not anybody else. Because the incarnation itself is chana. It's hidden. Because I was reading, not now, some years back, I was just watching some videos on YouTube, and I was trying to observe the opinion of other so-called spiritual leader about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay? And even if you search on Google encyclopedia, you'll find out, they say, oh yeah, he was a very famous person, he was a saintly man, and he had many followers. Not more than that. Because he was famous, he had many followers, okay, and he was just chanting like a madman, just an ordinary person. No, he is not an ordinary person. Avajananti mama mudha manusham tanam ashritam. He has already said to sun god, I'm not saying he just said to Arjuna on a battlefield, but this knowledge was first given to sun god, Vivasman. He said, Avajananti man muda. The people who doesn't have any knowledge about me, they will always take me lightly. If you doesn't know the power of somebody, what will happen? You will just take them lightly. Okay? But once you know, what will happen? You will appreciate the person. Like in India, when I was in Delhi, so Gopal Krishna Maharaj has many disciples who are wealthy. They make Surya bulb, like Surya bulb, very wealthy man, And when they enter into the temple, they just come like an ordinary people, like a dhoti, kurta, they are a bead bag, no much fashion, just an ordinary man. When they come and sit here in the class, and some people say, hey, Prabhuji, move ahead. They just take him lightly. Okay, move ahead, move there, be in the line, don't just break the line, and this and that, and put your shoes up there. Okay, when somebody tells them, do you know who is he? The owner of, Surya bulb. Oh, really? And suddenly their attitude, their behavior towards that person immediately changes. Because they start, oh my God, he's such a wealthy person. He has sponsored, he has given so many donations. He just, constructed so many temples and so and so. But he just walking in a street or in the temple just like an ordinary person. So in a similar way, that's what the people do. And more inclined, Lord Krishna says there are 4 kinds of people. Those who doesn't surrender to me, those who doesn't want to know me. Just guess, when Krishna himself was present, physically present, okay, 5,000 years ago in Vrindavan, Mathura, Dwarka, the people were still existing who doesn't accept him as a supreme personality of Godhead. The people were taking the direct darshan of the Lord. Direct darshan which matches exactly with the Vedic scriptures. He's wearing pitambar. His color is like a hue, black cloud, rainy cloud. Okay, he wears kandar pakoti kamini abhishesha shobham. He's wearing peacock feather, and he's playing bansuri, flute. Many of the scriptures still say, I don't believe he's just a powerful mystic person. If those people were existing those times, so what to speak about when Krishna is not present in his physical form, just like that? So what is the condition of today's people? They will immediately deny. I don't think so. But being merciful upon the living entity, Krishna has come in another incarnation as his deity form, which he himself says in 11th canto to Uddhava. He's mentioning. Okay, he's mentioning, I have, like here, okay, in this verse it's mentioned, if you ask a dog, how does a God look like? What would be its answer? He has a, nice tail, okay, he has very nice ears, he just spins 160-degree head, he can see everything, he can smell, maybe ordinary dog can smell 1 mile away, 2 miles away, he can smell 50 miles away. He will explain like that. If you ask a lion, how does a God look like? So he will tell according to his consciousness. If you ask any bird, how does a God look like? They will tell by themselves. If a human which is atheistic in nature, if you ask them, how does a God look like? There is no God. And if you ask somebody who is a bit more advanced, how does a God look like? God is there, but he has no form. So different consciousness has got different explanation about the God's feature, about his presentation, okay, in this material world. So how do we understand all these things? The Lord says in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Maya Mugdha Jivere Nahi Swataha Krishna Jnana Jivere Kripa Kaile Krishna Ved Purana. That a jiva has been illusioned in this material world and he doesn't know who is he, who God is, what is relation, and why is he suffering, and how come a jiva can get out of this material world. So Jivere Kripa Kaile. So being merciful upon the jiva, Krishna Ved Purana, Lord Krishna has given the Vedic scriptures, Vedas and Puranas. Because until unless if we not read, if we not deep dive into the knowledge by that taking the help of other Vaishnavas and the gurus and the acharyas, then how do we understand? We will exactly act like a dog, like a lion, a cow, a giraffe, or a bird. Okay, God is like that, God is like that, Lord is like that. No. The people who were present during the pastimes of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, okay, he exactly did what he did in Krishna Lila. He was playing with the snake. He's a Adi Shesha, he's a Adi Ananta. And all the villagers were afraid, oh my God, snake will bite our little Nimai. Please, somebody saved, somebody saved, somebody saved. And what he's saying? What this little tiny, snake will do to me. Vasuki is the head of all the snakes. If he can't do, he just lie. Like Ananta, Lord Balaram, he's the head of all the snakes, He just lie as a bed, as a king-size bed. He just lies upon that snake. What this gonna do? And many other. There's a thief came, and the thief was trying to steal the ornaments of, our little Nimai, and he just took him and he grabbed him, and he was running, and whole village was looking, what happened to our Nimai? Somebody has stolen. And the thief thought he has reached his home. By the time he just opened, or he come to the consciousness, he is there where he was, at the house of Nimai. And everybody was appreciating the thief. Oh, thank you so much, you brought our Nimai, you brought our life back. And I was thinking, holy moly, I was just going to steal all the ornaments of this little child, and I was supposed to take him to my home. How come I end up here? And then his Leela with the, girls over there, and many other playing with the Brahmanas, and unparalleled, argument with Keshav Bharati. Defeated him. He did 100 verses shloka on the spot, and he found a fault exactly where it is, and no one can find it. And he's been called Digvijay Pandit. And many other, they don't see all those things. The unparalleled match of the Lord. What they see? Just an ordinary person. So where they gonna get the mercy? It's very, very difficult. It's only by the mercy of the devotees and by their own sincerity also. If they are crooked in their heart, it becomes very difficult to surrender. Krishna is saying in chapter 7, 15 verse, Naradhama, Mudha, Maya Apritaha Jnana, Ashram Bhavam. These 4 types of people does not surrender upon me. Mudha, who are these people? Materialistically engrossed. We call it work alcoholic. Just working day and night, and they have few assets on their name. Okay, couple of cars, couple of houses, and that houses are also on loan, not on them. Okay, few couches, one big television, and few Apple phones. And they think that is the end of life. That's how the life is. And they're being proud of that. They're just to pay off the bills, they're working, and they find pleasure into that. And this exactly, it works like an animalistic life. Prabhupada writes in 7.15 Bhagavad Gita, in the purport, it says it's exactly like, like animalistic. Even the animal don't work so hard as hard human does. They get all the common or normal necessities of life very easily available. Eating, sleeping, mating, defending. But a human who is mudha, they work so hard to gain these 4 things. So hard. Have you ever seen any dog, going, crying, my wife left me, my husband left me, they're, getting into, some tablets, depression, nothing. Just cool. He doesn't have to do anything. He just get the sense gratification with, other she-dogs, just like that. No problem. But the man, to impress other opposite sex or a woman, they are working so hard, buying new clothes every day, branded, new shoes every day, new pants every day, new skirts or dresses every day. So let other person know, I'm not a poor person, I'm a very wealthy person. So by seeing my living style, they'll come to me and I will enjoy them. Such a mudha mentality. So where there is a question, a person will understand the Lord? Nowhere. And then, what is a nardhama? Nardhama means the person has given a chance as a human to become a spiritual person, self-realized. When we say self-realized, Prabhupada mentions there are 2 self. One is individual self and another one is supreme self. So first you have to know who you are and you know who Krishna is. So that's 2 things if you know very well. Kshetra Jnanam Chapivamidhi Sarva Kshetreshu Bharata. Means in this body there are 2 knowers are there. They both know about the body. But the one knower about everybody, all the bodies, and one individual knower about only know this particular body, and that is also very minimal. Not the fully he knows it. Okay? If that chance has been missed, then it's been called nardhama. Nara means the human, adhama means the lowest of the mankind. Like he's very, very low in his consciousness. And the third one is maya apritaha jnana. Means a person who is very, very well reputed, honored in the society. Like Prabhupada gives an example of scientists, philosophers, doctors, okay? Whatever they say in the schools and colleges, okay, everybody listens to them. They don't have any problem. They are standing on a mode of goodness, okay? They are preaching. They don't have any financial problem. They don't have any problem with their name and fame. They don't have any problem to live the life very opulently. But that Maya Aprita is so strong, they say, I know everything. By that fault, they decline the knowledge of the Supreme Lord. If you know everything, why should I? Who goes to temple? Poor people goes to temple. Those who are suffering. I'm not suffering. I have my name and fame on Facebook, Instagram. I got the Nobel Prize, okay? And I have got so many cars. I have no problem with the police, with the tax people, anything. I'm living my life very, very peaceful. My husband is so good. My wife is so good. My children are very obedient. So everything going very nicely. And the person missed out the point. You missed out. That's Maya Aprita. By the illusory, that Maya has given you so much illusion that there is no one better than you in this world. There is no one better than you in this world. Whatever you say, that becomes a shastra for the material world, and everybody follows it. So you are the acharya of the material world. Yeah, I am. Finish. And the Ashuram Bhava means the atheistic people, those who are envious of the God. So if person has all this type of mentality being as a human, so what's the point of being as a human? The more you live, the more you will commit mistakes, or the more you will commit, sinful activity, and then there will be a foundation. So it's better to live a short life, but live a life of a devotee and go back to Godhead. Completely go back to Godhead. Because the bhakti is so powerful here, it doesn't discriminate only to the human. Prabhupada says, even the animals can perform bhakti. Even the trees can perform bhakti. Even the demons can perform bhakti. Anybody who has a desire, they can perform bhakti in any of their conditioning. Demons, Prahlad Maharaj, Bali Maharaj, they were born in a demon family, but to perform devotional service, that was not a hindrance. They became the Mahajanas in our Vaishnava philosophy. Okay? The animal, Gajendra, no problem. He was a devotee. He memorized so many shlokas, but due to some curse by maybe Angira Muni or Angira Rishi, something, he just took as a birth as an animal, elephant. But by the Lord's grace, he remembers all his beautiful prayers, and he offered the lotus flower at the end of the Lord, and Lord picked him up. Okay, trees are there, the Vrindavan trees, they offer nice flowers, and these flowers has been graced on Krishna's head. It just decorates them. If you read the pastime, Krishna does not like, gold, silver, diamond, rubies, emeralds. He doesn't like all these fancy things. He likes natural. He likes to be decorated. So whenever he gets decorated at home, okay, by his mother with the pearls and jewelries, when he goes along with his friends to Vrindavan, so they take them off. Krishna is so heavy on your head. Look at this, the weight of this golden crown. Let me decorate you. So they pick, leaf, some nice flowers, and they make as a flower, and they decorate Krishna's head very beautifully. They said, now you are looking a natural, cowherd boy, a damsels of Vrindavan. So that's called their natural love. And plus, of course, human form is also there. Many other examples are there. In any way you can perform, but what you need to enlighten your spiritual intelligence. And that's only can be enlightened in the association of devotee by good hearing. If you have a good amount of hearing, okay, because the process of bhakti starts itself. If you have a taste, Shrinvatan Swa Katha Krishna, Punya Sharvana Kirtana, Hirday Antohiya Bhadrani Vidnoti Surat Satam. If you have a good taste for hearing, then all the abhadras will go away. And the path will be crystal clear in front of you. That's my goal, that's my path, and no one can put any obstacles on you. But if it is still there, because you are in the human body, you know how to overcome. Okay? 10 minutes to go. I want to take some questions, any reflection, anything. Yes, Prabhu, please go ahead. We don't have actual mic, you can use those ones for the online listeners.
Thank you so much. I really like that last section that you were talking about today. What if you perform bhakti?
About the first section, it was all not good.
It's really unimaginable, like seeing like an animal or a tree even.
Yeah.
I wanted to touch on this point because I guess I'm a little confused. So anyone can perform bhakti.
Yeah.
But then when you're describing how we perform bhakti, we use hearing, we use like our intelligence.
Yeah.
So some of these things sometimes seem material, like
Yeah.
we need ears to hear,
Yeah.
we need intelligence, which is like some like material, right?
Yeah.
You can have a mental illness,
Yeah.
you can have something. So how is it that we need material things to perform bhakti, but at the same time a tree can perform bhakti? So
Yeah.
how does that work?
Prabhupada says we are in this material world. We can use any material things in the service of Lord, and that becomes spiritual. Okay, with these same ears, we can hear so many material nonsense gossips. Okay, but with the same ears, when we hear the spiritual subject matter, so the ears become spiritual. And then when you hear the material gossips, so through the ears, it goes into your mind, your intelligence, and in your consciousness, and it's get contaminated. But when you hear the same spiritual subject matter through this ear, it goes there into your intelligence, into your mind, into your consciousness, and then enlightens you internally. So the words hurts, it says words hurts, and words also heals. Like if I use some dirty words to address you, it's just a words, it hurts you. Oh, this person has, told me rascal, this person has told me, and you go days and days and years, you are just thinking about that incident. Somebody abused you for nothing. It is just a words. If a material words can affect you so much, so when you chant the holy name, when you hear the Krishna Katha, how much it will cure you, which is completely transcendental. Make sense? So this is a subtle science. This is a very subtle sign. You can see yourself a few years back when you were not a Vaishnava. So, what was your goal of your life? What was your thinking? What was your happiness? But as you started associating, and you can see so many changes in your consciousness, in your thinking, in your plan, in your lifestyle, you are happy. You don't need happiness. You don't depend for your happiness on other material things. Yes, they are some subtle now because you are not progressing, but you can ask people, those who are practicing for 50 years, 60 years, 40 years, 15 years, 20 years, they have come very, very far. So it's a great advancement. So let the process work in your life. Because if you have come so far, so you will go. That means the process is right. Now you can easily discriminate the decision I'm going to make for my life. Is it going to help me in my spiritual life or not? You can easily judge. But prior, you had no consciousness at all. Just do it. And later you find out, hello, why did I do that? But now you think before doing it, before you were thinking after doing it. I think Narada Muni Prabhu. Makes sense? Got the answer? Yeah. Narada Muni Prabhu was asking.
This is an interesting point, actually, because the material senses are material. It's material energy. So I think your question was regards to like, how is it that the senses themselves can perform bhakti? Is that like your question?
I guess, like more fundamentally, like for example, a tree doesn't have an ear.
Yeah.
So what's the fundamental thing that's common between the human and the tree, where the tree doesn't hear? We're using our hearing, our
Yeah.
ears.
No,
What is the
at certain level, we should not see, because trees also hears scientifically, if you just think about it. It's been proven there, and the Vedic scriptures also says, even the material senses also belong to the Lord. He is Rishikesha. If you see Bhumi Apo Nalovai Khammanor Buddhi Vecha Evacha, Krishna is saying they are my separated energies. So if those energies, if we use for our sense gratification or for our utilization, that becomes material. But the same senses, if we use in the service of the Lord, that becomes spiritual. Like Prabhupada gives an example, if the fire is there and there is an iron rod, it's just an iron, and it's by nature it's cold, But if you put the same iron rod in the fire, and when you take it out for after some time, it exactly takes the properties of the fire. It heats up, it will burn you, and many things happen. In a similar way, when the person, his senses are, cold and useless in the material world, but his same senses has been used in the Lord's service, that becomes spiritual. Like this microphone here, these phones are here, these things are there, this Vyasasana is there, this bottle is there, the clothes are there, lights are here. In one sense, materially, yes, they are material. They have made of 8 different energies of Lord, especially the 5, gross. But how do we understand? On a spiritual sense, if it's been used in Lord's service, they are called spiritual. Yeah? Make sense? I think, Prabhu. Narada Muni.
Yeah, I feel satisfied because also with the story, like it's also like reminds me of the accidental stories where we hear where the devotee that screamed Krishna's name by accident, and Krishna took that as service, took that as
Yeah.
spirit. He became spiritual. So
Yeah.
I can understand.
Yeah. I think Conrad Prabhu has. Acha, you have. Yeah, you go ahead. You got a
I
mic.
just wanted to add one nice thing.
Yeah, please go ahead.
When we were talking about Krishna going out with the Karan voice.
Yeah.
And it's actually said that they draw Krishna in the dust of Raj. They draw an outline of Krishna.
Yeah.
I can't remember if they have him lay down or not. They draw a whole outline of Krishna, and then they take all the bangles and all the things that Mother Yashoda decorates him with, and they decorate Krishna in the ground.
Yeah.
So then what happens is when they come back from playing, then Krishna knows exactly which things to put on his body.
I never heard that. So nice.
To say, why are you putting your anklets on your wrists? Did you even wear what I gave you? Why aren't you wearing what I put on you?
Yeah, why did you change it? Oh, very nice. I didn't hear that, but it's nice. Yeah. Conrad Prabhu has one. Use the microphone for online listeners.
Hare Krishna, thank you for class. Another point about and the animals also be engaged in bhakti. I'm just reading now chapter 18 of the fourth canto, talking about King Prithu and milking the earth.
Hmm.
And it talks a lot about, especially Srila Prabhupada in the purports, about how when we actually engage in sanctifying yajna,
Yeah.
that actually the earth itself provides
All the facilities.
all the facilities.
That's the facilities. Yeah.
And minerals
Yeah.
and clear water.
Yeah.
Everything is actually given
Yeah.
through the satisfaction of
Yeah.
sanctifying yajna.
Yeah. Very nice.
In that way, all trees can withhold their fruit actually
Yeah.
if it's not being used in
Krishna
Krishna's
service. Yeah.
But once we as humans who are the stewards of the earth,
Yeah.
once we engage
Yeah.
the earth's material things
Yeah.
in Krishna's service,
Yeah.
it ever increases.
Yeah. It does. It does it. Yeah. Multiply.
And then all the animals are also engaged in the honey and the milk.
Yeah. Yeah. If you see, there was one beautiful pastime. Somebody came to Srila Prabhupada and he says, Srila Prabhupada, we are offering this flower to Lord Krishna. So what will be the situation of this, plant which we picked up, this flower? Then Prabhupada says, oh, they're going to take birth as a human and they will continue their spiritual journey because you utilize them there, because they themselves cannot offer anything, but you took them as a human being. This is being as a human. It is the duty of a human being. Those who cannot perform anything to the Lord in their service, so you engage them intelligently. So you picked up, because this tree cannot walk and he doesn't know how to do, but you picked up a flower, offer it at the lotus feet of Krishna, so you will be also get benefited, and this tree will also, and they will take a birth as a human, and then they will progress where they left their journey. And similarly with the cow, as you said, with the honey. So that's why the first is enjoyer, the Bhuktaram is Lord, then after that we do it. Yeah.
I just had one last thought.
Yeah, go for it.
But I was just thinking.
It's a question.
No, just a comment.
Or just a comment, okay.
As a motivation for myself and for everyone here.
Yeah.
Srila Gaura Govinda Maharaj talks about how when one is not pure devotee yet, he's just cultivating bhakti mukha sukriti.
Yeah.
So it's not actually performing bhakti, it's mishra bhakti. So we have a responsibility also to develop within ourselves pure devotional service.
Yeah.
Because then we're actually giving the utmost benefit to everything else. So, to offer a flower with pure bhakti to Krishna is much more powerful
Yeah.
than to offer a flower
Yeah.
with mishra bhakti. So I was just reflecting on that and how it's important for us to also dive deep in our own spiritual lives.
Yeah.
And cultivate a deeper relationship with Srila
Yeah.
Prabhupada and Krishna.
Hmm.
Something to remember also.
No, thank you for that. Yeah, it's a nice thing to meditate. But every jiva has their own way of, means ki they are standing on their own realization of bhakti, because your is the way you have realized the subject matter is different from others. Mine is completely different. It says every bird has its limit to fly. So every yogi, bhakti yogi, has their own realization. It depends how sincere they are to serve the Lord. Okay? It just take a few seconds to surrender the Lord or to understand the subject matter. It's up to you how do you surrender it. But somewhere, somehow, just stick to the process. Some may be doing Mishra Bhakti now. Maybe after 10 years, 15 years, he maybe start doing it pure. Because whatever the problem is in his heart, he's curing. Krishna will take care of it. He will fulfill the desire in such a way that a person has nothing else left, only taking the shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord. He said that. Yasyaham anugadami hariyashe tad dhanam shanay tad adhanam tajante yasya swajano dukha dukhitam. I do it in such a way a person has nothing else left. So it's an individual relationship of individual living entity with the Lord. How does they reciprocate? Let him do. He's guiding everybody to come to him. Someone comes very fast, someone comes very slow, someone comes very, very slow, someone comes in a very decent speed. So, but everybody must start moving, not just stop there. It will happen in the future, sooner or later. Everybody will go. Okay, thank you so much, everybody, for coming here. Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki, Jai Srila Prabhupada ki, Jai Gaur Premanand.